They season their pasta water along Canal C4.
Hello there, and welcome to the If It's From Us podcast, the multi-species angling podcast. My name is Bret Bolton. Joining me for episode 27 are Dave Spear.
Hey.
And Gary Houle.
Evening, guys.
Brilliant. This month, we have some recent trips to discuss, the final results from the carp ladder, and we will discuss a little more about our new segment coming next month. We always start our fishing podcast, with fishing.
Fishing news?
No, not fishing news, just fishing.
Not fishing news, but news about our fishing news.
Our fishing information, our trips, our recent trips. I'll spill the beans first. We had a group trip. The three of us spent some time in the Florida Everglades catching
somewhere
ridiculous fish, ridiculous species as we've been known to do. Let's get that thing going. I think, Dave, am I starting this thing?
That's right.
All right. So we took turns driving, and we are doing the days, basically leading the day based on who drove. And since I drove on I'll call it day 0, actually. Flight was surprisingly smooth for considering the news.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And Gary and I were somehow on the same flight. I didn't know that was a thing until we got there, or until we showed up. And we landed, got the car, got a beast of a car.
It was a monster.
You guys didn't put together in 5 months that you were on the same flight?
Well, we did, but I kept forgetting it because that's not what mattered to me.
Right.
What mattered to me was getting there and paying the extra $100 fee from oversized bag, rather.
Did you guys share a blanket on the airplane?
We shared a blanket on the airplane. No, there's no way because Gary sits up front.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you procrastinate, that's all that's left.
Really, that's surprising. That was even left. But yeah, we landed. We immediately headed up to some ditches, and we caught absolutely nothing for 3 or 4 hours straight. We threw at snakehead ditches. We threw at other larger ditches. We almost got struck by lightning. And it was raining so hard, we drove back to the airport to pick up Dave.
I know. I arrived about 4 hours after, 4.5 hours after these guys. And the deal was they were going to tease me like I was going to be landing and coming back into service, and I was going to see pictures of like snakeheads or something cool.
Yeah.
Instead, I got a text that said, "Don't get an Uber. We're on our way."
Right. I believe Gary's text says, "Don't get an Uber. We're coming after you with a knife and a skull."
Oh,
am I wrong?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Probably. I've aged at least a decade since then.
Man, I aged.
It was a hard week.
It was a hard week. We did go hard, believe it or not, for a bunch of middle-aged men. We went pretty hard that week. Doesn't sound like it yet, but what was day 2? Who was driving then?
So I picked up the wheel on day 2.
Oh.
And we got out
What'd
on the
we do?
Tamiami Trail and got into all the little ditches and the tight spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally lost 13 jig heads that day.
Wow.
16th ounce jig heads.
I lost 3.
And I had a bit of a score to settle from last year. So last year, Bret and I made this trip with his son, and I was trying to get a gar, a Florida gar. We don't have them in Texas because they're Florida gar. And man, I would hook them, but they wouldn't, stay stuck, or I'd get them up to the bank and I couldn't get them in my hands. And so like literally the last fish of my trip was like a 3-hour journey into sight casting for these cars. So I had a vendetta. And the first hole we went to, Bret and I both stuck it hard to the gar. I
didn't realize that you hadn't
that was
had a
that
gar,
was the second
Florida
hole.
gar
The first
last time.
hole, Dave, Didn't you get a little sunfish?
Yeah, you know
Or
what?
a little Steve?
I forgot about that. Sorry, I screwed
got
up our
Steve.
chronology. I drove all the
You
way.
got a
I flew
Steve?
all the way to Florida to catch a dink Steve, largemouth bass. I mean, it was a third the size.
Florida bass.
Yeah, it was a third the size of the bass I caught the day before at home.
Yeah, this is true.
While Bret and Gary were catching Mayans on behind me, we were facing two different directions.
Cichlids, yeah, which are cool little fish. There's a lot of them, but I don't have them here, so I'll never get tired of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they got those beautiful red throats.
Oh, and they have that one cool spot. Red throats, these cool 3 stripes, and that one red dot on the tail. They're cool fish.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Sunfish with teeth.
So after that,
then we harassed the gar hard.
Oh, did we ever?
Hard. I think we landed. I mean, this is not counting the gar that we jumped or stuck in the face or got to the bank and lost. Right. We landed over a dozen gar between the two of us, in our second hour of the trip.
It was insane. There were so many gar. I believe Gary was getting envious of the gar.
I really was. I wanted one bad.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, and also, didn't we? I think you skipped over the little baby jags too.
Jags came later, and the only reason I know that is because there's only a few spots on my map, and between the gar harassment hole of 2026 and a special hole we'll get to in a minute. We went to our best spot of the trip from last year.
Boy, that was weird, wasn't it?
Where we all caught large jaguar cichlids and large Oscars and Florida gar last year, and lots of Mayans. Mm-hmm. We dropped by that same spot this year, and then I don't even think we caught a fish.
Not a single fish.
Yeah. But then we stopped at another hole, I'm talking like a mile or two down the road. I threw in a jig. And it was like throwing a little tiny popper on the surface for sunfish. All of a sudden, out of nowhere in this gin clear water came 1,000 little fish, and they were all baby jaguars.
They were cool.
And we caught all of them.
Yeah.
Every single one in that hole. And they were like aquarium size. They were tiny.
They really were aquarium size.
Yeah, they were small.
They're kind of aquarium fish anyway, so it is fitting. And jaguar cichlids, or what are they called also?
I don't know how you pronounce it, but it looks like guapote.
They're still a cichlid of some sort. Yeah.
And they're gorgeous.
They're beautiful fish. They're really pretty. They're probably the second prettiest fish down there, if you ask me.
But we got there. They were like 4 to 5 inches. I mean, we got there 5 minutes after they were born. I mean, they weren't that small, but we got there maybe a month after they were born. And we didn't see those last year or on Bret's previous trip.
No, not like that.
And it was so stupid.
Aggressive.
It was so stupid that I got out my first or second little comedy bit of the trip.
You did.
So we're going to talk about the carp ladder a little bit later on in the episode. And if you've been listening, you know that one of the baits on the carp ladder was a Swedish fish.
It was.
And when Bret caught his carp on a Swedish fish, I was with him and I looked at it and I said, we ought to throw that on a jig head in Florida and catch some exotics.
Yeah.
So, of course, I ordered some from Amazon when I was ordering some other stuff. But I found a two-tone Swedish fish, like pink and green and blue and yellow. So Bret and I both caught him on that. Gary, I don't think wanted to mess with the Swedish fish. He was trying so hard to catch a gar at that point.
Really,
it's a good point.
And I had one of those Swedish fish later, and it's the only flavor I like. They were delicious.
They were actually good.
Yeah,
they were good. I did eat more than I should have on the side of some weird.
As many as the jags.
on the side of the road behind cars zipping by at 70 miles an hour, 3 foot behind me while I'm fishing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we spent Monday. We fished all day. I mean, it was. We did stop for dinner before we got back to the hotel, but we didn't make it a long dinner. And we were gone from the room for like 14 and a half hours. I mean, it was all day. We were driving or fishing, or for 45 minutes at the end, we were having dinner.
Yeah. We did say we went hard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we only got halfway through Monday.
I know.
We got salty.
Cold, by the way. We did get salty. Dave's right. About just past the halfway point, heading east to west on the Tamiami Trail, or whatever it's called, Highway 41. Something happens to that water, doesn't it?
Yep. All of a sudden, you start seeing mangroves.
Yeah,
it gets seasoned
instantly.
Seasoned. They season their pasta water along Canal C4.
Gary, that was a great joke, and I just completely missed it.
Hey, one of us got it.
It just wasn't funny.
Oh, maybe that.
Was that the day that you caught your fish? That it was kind of so I know you hooked into a couple of fish that day, but was that the day you caught the fish with the teeth? It might have been on Monday.
It was the day I caught the fish with the teeth. I had picked up on the way to the salty area, or as it got salty, 1 or 2 by that point in time snook. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that's right. That
at
was
least 1. I think I had picked 2, maybe even 3 common snook by that point.
Yes, yeah. You caught a few
their
that day.
Full name, right?
Yeah,
and,
not regular snook, common snook.
A common snook. There's some other ones down there. There's one called, I think it's called a fat snook.
Oh really?
Oh,
that's what I should be catching.
You got there before I did.
There's a couple other snook species down there. That's fine. So I was fishing under a bridge down there, just throwing the stupid little jerk bait for snook, and I hooked a snook.
Yeah.
Took off, did its crazy snook stuff. When I pulled him out of the water, he wasn't very long. It's not a snook, is it?
He had these funny like pointy things in the front of his mouth.
It was a mouthful of teeth and covered in weird spots.
A mouthful of nails.
Mouthful of nails, yeah. It was a greater barracuda.
Yep.
Which I think is the only species of barracuda down there.
Probably.
Yeah. But it was total shock. It wasn't shocking to see a barracuda where we were, but it was kind of surprising to catch one.
Right. Well, and we were all standing together. I was experimenting with how durable store-bought lures are. And
oh yes,
we looked over and I saw this shine of silver, and I was like, okay, Bret's got another snook. He was the snook man of the trip, and especially that day.
Don't know why.
Yeah,
I was doing the same stuff, but
right, and and then it was a barracuda.
It was a cool fish. I've caught barracuda before. I've caught large barracuda before, but this guy might have been my favorite barracuda just because of the way I caught it.
Yeah, surprise barracuda.
Like, wait a minute. Yeah, what is? Hey, don't lip that one.
Right, do not lip that fish. It's got a mouthful of needles. It was kind of cool. The barracuda I've caught previously have been in Florida, but that was always when we were bait fishing for small snapper and stuff for food.
Yeah.
And after a while, a barracuda shows up and starts stealing your fish.
Yeah.
So you put a big hook on, and then you catch the barracuda, and he goes away.
See, I kind of the same way. Like, I'm not super surprised where he caught it, but I also associated them with even
reefs.
Saltier climbs. I associate them with reefs, and I associate them with the same flats you catch bonefish and tarpon and permit on.
Right.
You know, you'll see them out there.
Yeah.
But I just,
if you look at a map where we were for that, that is all across 41. That's the straightest shot to
that makes sense.
I mean, that water was wide and deep where we were.
Yeah.
And it's a straight shot. And there you can pull a pretty big, other than the bridges.
Yeah.
You could pull a 20-foot boat, 30-foot boat to where we were. Not even a skiff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It was deep.
Yeah. So it's a straight shot. That does make sense. It's still a shocking fish to catch when you're not expecting one, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And then,
I don't know. What did we do? We ate dinner. And then we started on Tuesday, and I believe that
what was Tuesday? Oh,
that was Gary driving.
Yeah, we went somewhere cool Tuesday.
Driving. Yes. Yeah, Tuesday was great. We went to Lake Ida. And our whole goal there was to catch clown knifefish. We met probably the most awesome guide ever. He didn't care that we didn't care. And
that was
he
good.
Was awesome.
Yeah.
He accommodated everything we wanted to do, and only Dave landed a fish. It was bad. I think the winner got us.
We went there for regular brim, and then I ended up with a knife fish.
He did catch a cool clown knife fish. Those are amazing fish. And that was our third continent of the trip, if we're counting continents.
Our third continent, huh?
It was, right?
That makes sense. We were in South America and North America. And
now you added in South Asia.
Yeah.
What a crazy fish.
Which is awesome. And
the sucky thing about it is that all three of us had a fish on and nobody did anything wrong. Gary's fish came unbuttoned after about a second and a half. Bret had a fish on for about 45 seconds that came unbuttoned.
That fish was coming to the top when he came off.
Yeah. And then I had a fish that thought he was a hybrid. What they call him, a sunshine bass there. Striped bass, sand bass.
Yeah.
Wiper.
But I think the ones they do there are opposite from regular wipers.
Oh?
I think it's, I don't know which one's which, but the opposite, male and female.
Okay.
Oh, I gotcha.
They're the same fish.
The only reason I say that is because my fish fought weird and it fought strong for a clownfish, which was a little odd, but somehow managed to make it to the boat.
Yep.
And that was the only fish we caught on that lake, but it was good.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah,
Beautiful
it was a
fish.
fun time,
Amazing,
beautiful lake.
amazing pictures of that fish.
Yeah. And our captain, Captain Skip.
Captain Skip, not Skipper, not Skipper Cap. Captain Skip. He was a consummate professional. He showed up in a camouflage colored shower cap and he joked with us about it because it was pouring rain while we were driving to the lake. But of course, as a guide, he was out on the lake catching shad. So at oh crap 30
while it was raining.
Yes.
Yeah, he was great. For the record, his phone number and email address and webpage will be in the show notes. Captain Skip was fantastic.
Highly recommended.
And he did us a real solid. He called us the night before.
He did.
And he warned us, hey, look,
he warned us it was bad.
Destroyed the peas. You might not catch anything tomorrow.
Yeah. Gary said
we didn't care.
He's been in Florida too long.
The peacock bass. All died.
The Peven Tylers.
The
peacock bass.
Yeah. But yeah, he said the peas were not biting or all dead, which it seemed to be the case for sure.
Yeah.
And he warned us, and we're like, we're here, man. Let's go. We're not worried about catching nothing, right?
Hey,
I've done it many times.
We saw a one-legged heron. We caught a clownfish. And then we moved on.
Yeah. So yeah, after Ida, we hit up Alligator Alley.
Well, we had tacos first.
You're right. We did have some tacos. But that was not the hard tacos, right? That was not the hours of driving.
That was Monday night.
Yeah. Sorry about that one.
Or no, Sunday night. That was Sunday night, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I forgot which night we had those tacos.
Yeah, so we had some lunch tacos. Then we went out for Alligator Alley.
Well,
and
we did something first.
Oh, that's right.
We beat up some canals there in Broward County.
We did. We did look for some snakeheads.
How'd that work out?
And well, I saw a lot of tilapia.
Yeah, me too. And some plecos.
Yeah.
Not
a single snakehead.
No. The snakehead continues to elude the If It Swims crew.
It does.
Yeah.
And the If It Swims crew and the extended If It Swims crew.
Right.
Yeah. No snakeheads. They're there. People catch them all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure
we can't find them.
I can't find them.
But you guys both got, when we finally did make it to Alligator Alley, y'all both got spotted sunfish. I couldn't find them.
A lot of spotted sunfish that day.
Yeah. Dave, you got tilapia, right? The spotted tilapia?
Spotted tilapia.
Raging tilapia, right?
It was a raging tilapia.
Yeah. Was that day?
That was that day.
I think it was, yeah.
We all caught a fun fish in the same 20-minute period. In the same hole. That was the day you both caught a pleco.
Nice.
I thought I didn't get a pleco to the second trip. That's
what I was thinking too. Either way, on 75, the three of us got in around half an hour a tilapia on a lure, which was shocking.
Yeah.
Gary caught a plecostomus on a...
You're right. That was Tuesday, right? So my bad. Yeah.
Plecostomus on a... was that
On
a
a
jig?
little jig head, yeah.
And somehow...
On a Bobby Garland.
On a Bobby Garland. And somehow I caught a plecostomus in the mouth, as was Gary's, on a jerkbait.
Yep.
Middle of the water column, just clobbered it. Made no sense
within
at all.
15 minutes of the first catch. So there was something happening at that time.
I think Dave said within 9 minutes.
It was like 6 or 9. Like, because when I was going through the pictures later, a lot of times, sometimes I'll take, I try to take a picture of every fish. But sometimes that results in, like, if a fish is twisting, I try to take more than one picture. Right. So a lot of times I'll scroll up the little thing on my phone and look at the times. And the last picture of your Pleco and the first picture of Bret's were less than 10 minutes. I think it was 6 minutes between the two.
Something was happening there. Those fish had decided to quit eating algae for a minute and maybe not eat things, but attack them.
Something.
Yeah. I think it was an aggression territory.
I do too. I don't think they were eating it, but they ate, or they attacked it with their mouth, which is good enough. It was
they got some weird looking mouths.
Boy, do they ever. They got weird teeth and they're nothing. They're causing big problems with multiple things. They burrow into the bank and cause problems. They also seem to be causing a problem with the manatees.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
They will irritate their skin with those crazy teeth just because manatees have algae on them and stuff because they're in the water all the time. And they're causing some issues with them. We also saw manatees, by the way.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I'd never seen it. Huh?
Said later in the trip, but that was great.
But I'd never seen one in person. It was super cool.
It was awesome. What else did we get that day? I think I got a mess of Mayans on 75. And I think I got a Florida bass.
Yeah. And then that was pretty much it, wasn't it?
We wrapped up the day.
We had dinner again.
Yep.
Yeah, basically this trip was all fishing and eating. I think is all we did.
Exactly.
Significantly more fishing
during the
than
day.
eating.
It's like we ate great at night.
Right.
We had serviceable breakfast in the mornings.
Serviceable breakfast, you're right.
Yeah.
Basically just calories during the day.
Yeah, I think I had peanuts for my snack of choice.
Iced coffees and zingers from the gas station.
Iced coffees. Yes. Yeah,
I might have eaten a couple of pickled sausages, and I shouldn't have.
You did eat a couple of pickled sausages. It was. I almost walked home.
It was bad. They're a regretful choice.
The smell was bad.
And that vehicle was so big, I can't believe you smelled the whole thing up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a dead body couldn't have smelled that vehicle up worse.
Yep.
Oh, man.
So Wednesday morning, we finally let Bret start driving again. We took him off the wheel. We figured he brought the Lightning on Sunday, so we took him off the wheel for a couple of days.
Also, for the record, we were there a year ago, and I drove, for some reason, every second of that trip.
You did.
I don't know why you didn't drive, Dave.
I think it was because you had the map, and you knew where you were going, and you'd been there, and I just,
Fair enough.
If given the opportunity, I would have sat in the backseat the whole time just to let you guys run the show.
Oh, it was nice back there, wasn't it?
Just kick your feet up.
Have a nap.
I know.
The only problem is the back seat didn't have a cooler. The front seat of our rental had a cooler in the console, which was handy for keeping your sunscreen
refrigerator.
cool. A refrigerator, yeah, a powered refrigerator, which we kept sunscreen in, spray sunscreen to keep cold. And then, because we got really tired, because none of us is 25 anymore, when we'd go to the gas station, it wasn't uncommon to buy more than one iced coffee and throw one in the refrigerator for later.
Right.
And that was cool.
That was a cool trick.
Anyway, sorry, I got off on the refrigerator. Let's talk about Wednesday.
The vehicle was insane, so you're right. It was worth mentioning. Wednesday morning, we went down 41 back to Highway 41, and we took a little side road, which Dave didn't like much, but we did it anyway. And I caught a.
Wait, are you talking about the first side road or the second side road?
I'm referring to what they call Loop Road or whatever it is over there.
Oh, yeah, it was fine.
We got down on 41, and we took Loop Road, which is the old Tamami Trail, I believe, and it is way small and way wild.
I thought it was beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is the middle of nowhere, it feels like. And I caught a Steve right off the bat, a large Florida bass right off the bat. And then a couple of spots later, something cool happened. Gary
I hope you're talking to me. I got my first Florida gar.
He did. It was
actually
cool.
My first gar, period. I was
That's right. You don't have
so
any
happy.
gars.
No gar.
Well,
like a kid in a candy store.
Now you have a goal around here.
I have a gar disease now.
Now you got to get a non-Florida spotted gar.
Yeah.
Yes.
They look the same. Yeah, virtually the same.
That's basically a spotted gar that is isolated to there.
Yeah.
But they look the same. But there's 4 species of gar in Texas, Gary.
And I got work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck on the 4th. Well, good luck on 2 out of
most of them.
Good luck out of 50% of them.
Two are good. One's tough.
One's tomorrow. One will take you a few months. One is if you're in the right place, you might catch it in one day, or you might chase it for 2 years.
The other one,
yeah,
I've been chasing for 8 years.
We do not speak of the short-nosed gar in Texas. It doesn't exist. Dang it. There's another 8 years for you, Bret.
Ooh, what's tougher? What's tougher, Dave? The short-nosed gar?
Yeah.
Or the shovel-nosed sturgeon?
Probably
you
the
broke
gar.
They're in the same water. They're in the same water up there.
They're both equally invisible.
I've caught many gar up there.
Yeah.
They're all spots.
Yeah.
But one day, one of the spots is not going to be a spot, right?
He's not going to have any spots on him.
Well, oh my gosh. It's going to be they're different.
Yeah.
And I have hooked the other one up there, the other impossible fish. No, we won't speak of that either. Anyway,
Brett's great at hooking stuff that he doesn't land and then claims he did. And I think that happened to him on Wednesday.
It did happen on Wednesday. We'll get there later. Anyway,
I got another new species on that loop too. I hadn't had a warmouth before.
I was just going to ask if that was the warmouth place.
Yeah. How do you have a warmouth? You've caught them.
I'm sorry. I don't have any documented
officially.
warmouth.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, you've grown up around warmouth forever. I know you've caught them.
I've just never taken a picture.
Some old guy in the neighborhood called them goggle eye or something.
Who knows? Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I grew up where I grew up and things were just called things.
Yes. As Dave said many times, that's a regular brim.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or not. I don't think we did,
so.
But I was talking to a guy on the bank of a lake. He was the nicest guy in the world. But he was talking about how they used to go down to his pond or his grandpappy's pond to fish for, as he said, bluegill, sunfish, and regular brim.
What the heck?
And for the life of me, I don't know what the difference between sunfish and regular brim is, but
Oh, I do, but that's different.
Okay.
Well, brim's a minnow from the old world. It's an old world minnow, isn't it?
An old world minnow.
Maybe not.
Nope.
They're related to carp. They're big minnows.
Oh, that kind of brim. No, we're talking Texas brim.
That's
Bret,
the only brim.
BRIM.
It is the only brim.
Yeah, but this is what your especially your East Texas folks call sunfish is brim.
Look, my father
BRIM
and my grandfather all called all sunfish brim.
Yeah.
No. All sunfish that weren't called crappie or bass, brim.
And for me, growing up, they were perch.
Which is even
weirder.
Right. No, it's
sun
equally
perch,
weird.
whatever. Well, on the warmouth front, though, Gary, congrats on your warmouth. But also, when I went to Florida last year, I caught a few warmouth, and I realized that even though I have caught them many times before, I couldn't remember the last time I caught one.
Exactly.
But I believe I have the worst memory. I have the opposite of the memory of an elephant. But I believe that when we got back from Florida, like a couple of weeks later, I caught a warmouth here, which I hadn't caught one in Texas in forever.
Which is weird. I also caught one, Dave, when we got back.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Last year.
It's like
last year.
Okay.
the more warmouth you touch, the more warmouth you catch, or something like that.
The thing I thought was the coolest was every hole was, all right, this is the jag hole. This is the warmouth hole.
It's weird, isn't it?
This is the Oscar hole. This is the spotted sunfish hole.
Sunfish hole. Yeah.
And then year after year, they change out. It's like, it's so cool. It's like, okay, this is what's here today.
I'm sure those fish are getting pushed around by tides and water flow.
Right.
And the fish that can handle a little bit of salt water, like the Mayans, don't move as quickly when the salt comes in, et cetera, et cetera. I'm assuming that's why everything's different all the time.
Yeah. Well, and also we're fishing the Everglades in the dry season after winter. So you know that over the wet season and just normal winter storms and fall storms and everything else, there's a lot of things moving. But we just got like a March snapshot last year and a March snapshot this year.
Right.
Next March's snapshot will probably be different.
Right. If we go back, I'm tempted to rest those fish for a couple of years.
For a couple of years. Well, we hit them so hard.
No, that's not really what it is. But to let the peacocks build their numbers back up.
That's true.
Nice to catch some more of those.
I really thought that there might be a peacock in my possibilities when we went.
Oh, they're still alive, and it was always a chance.
Yeah.
Now Bret made a personal guarantee. He's like, you're gonna see at least 5 new species when you go.
How many did you get?
I got 8.5. I'm not gonna count the.
Okay, we'll get there. That's tomorrow. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count the mystery fish for tomorrow.
Look, we're 2 hours in the podcast, and we've only got through day 2.5 of fishing.
Oh man!
But yeah, I mean, 8.5 species
is ridiculous.
Way past what I was expecting.
Did you catch anything you had caught before?
I mean, I guess you can kind of say largemouth, but it's not. It's like officially a Florida bass now. So,
well, here's the trick. Okay, that's a good point. You have caught a Florida bass because you live in Texas. If you fish our reservoirs and catch bass, you're catching a Florida bass most likely. If you're fishing creeks and stuff, those are probably our native largemouth.
Yeah.
But if they've been stocked, they're Florida bass.
But I got nothing common that I would have caught here in Texas.
Right.
And for listeners, just about 2 years ago, the Florida bass was genetically separated from the largemouth as a new species.
Right.
Instead of just a strain of largemouth, like it's always been. Can't tell the difference by looking.
Nope.
You have to go by location or DNA.
Yep.
But if you're in Florida and catch one, it's going to be a Florida bass. Or if you're in Florida or southern Georgia and catch one,
I think you have to. I think if you look at his cloaca and count the rings, you might be able to tell the difference. Do fish have a cloaca?
I don't think so.
I think they call it a vent. I think if you look at a bass's vent and then count the rings, you can tell whether he's Florida or Texas.
I think you're right the first one. I think it's a cloaca. I don't know that.
Oh, cloaca is birds.
But I think it's the same.
And reptiles. Reptiles.
Oh, okay.
Well, so,
and fish might as well. I think it's called a vent.
No, birds are vents. Sure. Like a chicken has a vent.
Chicken's a vent. Man, this is getting. Look, I like their nerdy talk.
Let's see.
This is a bit extreme.
All right, so we've made it to Loop Road, which is about 11:30 on Wednesday morning.
We got off of Loop Road eventually after Dave and Gary caught 643 warmouth. Somehow I didn't catch a single one.
And I kept a fish log. I didn't catch as many warmouth as you think.
I know, but you guys were catching.
It was one. I caught one.
Really?
Dave put
seriously?
Precise numbers.
I wrote in the log, and then Gary came in here and he started putting stuff on my log. So it says Gary.
Did I? I'm
Tuesday.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yours. My bad.
It's fine.
I didn't get one, which is really strange. But I took some cool pictures of alligators.
That's true.
We saw some good ones.
Yeah, especially right there in that one spot on Loop Road. We saw a lot in one spot. It was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I guess we headed on to 41 again, headed towards Salt. What did we find that day? I think I caught some more snook.
I don't remember if you caught snook on that day or not.
I did not the last day, I know.
Maybe you did catch. Maybe you did catch one.
I caught a couple. I think I got at least one or two this second.
We both hooked into baby tarpon that day, but we didn't really see them.
You brought a tarpon up, didn't you, Brett?
Well,
No.
we hooked into some.
Okay.
That was later day. But we did hook some tiny, tiny tarpon in look, we're fishing ditches. This was almost just runoff from a culvert.
Oh, yeah. It was about the size of 2 old-fashioned bathtubs. If you just stick them together and knock out the middle wall.
I've never seen fish in water that small before.
Yeah.
But there were probably a dozen tiny tarpon in there. And they were tiny. They were probably, 18 inches. But they were cool. And they would smack a little jig, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Never got one in, but that's the nature of tarpon, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah. Anything else that day?
I don't think so.
It wasn't the day we went deep into the salt, so. I don't think so.
No, but that was the day we saw the manatee. We did find the one hole that had a lot of rolling tarpon in it. And these were not monsters, guys, but they were compared to the 8 inchers or 12 inchers or whatever we saw in the bathtub. They were, 10 to 15 or 20 pounds.
These are reasonable tarpon.
Yeah, juvenile tarpon. And they were way out of casting range. They were kind of, almost in casting range, but it was a long, it's still a canal, but it was
you got
the way the access was from the road from our walking, as opposed to some of the other holes. We could walk a long ways. And I did walk a long ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we saw a manatee family.
We did.
I saw what I am now convinced after watching some other videos, because I thought it was a snook when I saw it. I think I saw about a 24 to 30 inch snook just cruising around in there.
Yeah.
That would have nothing to do with the lure.
Which is weird.
And then I saw, it had to have been a tilapia, but I saw a yellow-orangish large tilapia-shaped fish just milling around back there.
But not orange enough to be a Midas, right?
No. A little more to the yellow side.
Gotcha.
And when I first saw it, I was like, what the heck is that? It had to have been a tilapia of some sort.
Probably.
Because it was a little spooky if I landed a cast near it,
Yeah.
If it wasn't a peacock bass, because if it was, it would have weighed 15 pounds. I mean, it was, it was probably a tilapia.
Sure.
That was a cool hole.
Yeah. And did you catch a Mayan there?
Oh, that is where I caught the big Mayan.
Giant Mayan.
Big. Well, I don't know how big they get, but let's just say that it was about 4 times the size of any of the other Mayans I saw on the trip. It was big.
And it fought decently too, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is nice because, those little 6-inch ones don't do a whole lot, do they?
Right.
Yeah.
They're just there for looks.
Yeah, that's it. And then we, that's about it. That's all we caught, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Headed back, had dinner.
What was Wednesday
back.
dinner? Was that ceviche or was that Thursday?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I think that was Wednesday. That place was amazing.
So Sunday night we went to a little kind of brew pub type place.
Well, no, Sunday night was the was
Bad
tacos,
decision.
wasn't it?
No, we went straight to a known place. Monday night we went deep into some weird part of Miami to eat some tacos.
Yeah.
Tuesday night we went back to the little brew pub place.
Right. I'll do what I can.
I think
For getting a shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we ate that brew pub place 3 times.
We did.
It's solid. I love it.
It is solid.
Oh, you know what we did Wednesday night?
I don't know how we're not.
We ordered pizza.
That's right.
Yes, with our friend Jay.
I don't know why we're not saying it. It was Tap 42, which is a chain in South Florida, and it is great for what it is.
Yeah,
it's a lot of good beers, a lot of local beers for there, and pretty good food.
Yeah. Yep.
So, we were there. Yes. Was it Monday night?
We were there on Sunday night and Tuesday night and Friday night.
Tuesday night was the night that was absolutely insane because none of us realized that it was
St. Patrick's Day.
It was St. Patrick's Day and the World Baseball Classic final game was that night.
Yeah.
It was bananas.
It was.
So we went in there Sunday night and it was pretty chill. Like, there's people there, but it's pretty chill. It's quiet. It's easy to talk to. We walked in Tuesday night. There was a waiting time. We sat at the bar to wait for a table. It was super loud. People were cheering for the game. It's like, oh, there's a game. Maybe that's where they're busy. And I look over and there's a girl in a green shirt with a green, leprechaun hat on. It's like, guys, it's St. Patrick's Day.
And we're at a pub trying to get some food because we're tired.
I was so exhausted. If someone had mentioned it, I never would have noticed. I mean, when you pointed it out, Dave, she had like literal like a something on her head with springs and bouncy.
Yes. Yeah. She looked like she came out of a Lucky Charms ad. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never would have noticed. I was out of it. I was so exhausted. I want food and beer and bed. Oh, it was insane.
Yeah, it was
crazy. All right. Let's move on to Thursday. Go ahead, Brett.
We weren't paying attention to what day it was. So yeah. Thursday.
All right. So I volunteered to drive Thursday morning. I didn't realize I was going to drive Monday, but I thought Dave's being smart here. We had a long drive on Thursday morning. I thought, I'll just be waking up on this drive. I won't even notice I'm driving. And we drove 3 hours to a place called the Pit. A little over 3 hours.
Basically from Miami.
We went to Disneyland.
We went from Miami to Disneyland, basically, to fish a place called the Pit, which is the only place in this hemisphere, north or west hemisphere, where you can catch a barramundi.
Right, or barramundi, as they say for some reason.
Barramundi?
I don't know.
Barry H. Mundi.
Or we started calling him Mr. Mundi.
Yeah. I was in my truck driving home from work a couple of weeks before our trip, and I said something to Bret about catching the barramundi. And Siri on my phone, speech to text, spelled it lowercase b. Barry H, all one word, Mundi, capital M.
Yeah.
So we went to catch Mr. Mundi. And listen, this is not really a sport so much as it is fishing in a barrel. And we'd done some research on it.
Or a pit.
Or a pit. It's called a pit. We'd done some research on it. They raise these fish for food. They have people come in to catch them by sport. I watched some old, and they were old, but I watched some old YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And their deal is, you come out here and you catch barramundi until you're sick of catching barramundi. Only a little problem was we had a rash of cold fronts leading up to our trip and on the day of our barramundi trip.
Yeah, it was cold that morning. Well, cold for Florida.
Yeah. And the fish were not really in the mood.
They were not.
So while we did catch them, as I told the guide afterwards, it was the most depressing. I said, is it bad that I'm depressed that I can see all these fish and I caught some and I'm not happy about it? And it's not like I was mad about it, but it was depressing because you could see them and they're rumored to fight well and be aggressive. They were the opposite of that. And it wasn't the Pit's fault, right? It was the weather. Nobody controls the weather.
Right.
But we spent about 7 hours in the truck to go catch barramundi. And it was a stone cold bummer, which sucks to say.
I know.
Yeah.
But we did catch them. It's not their fault. We did catch a few.
Yeah.
We do have pictures of us with
That's true.
barramundi. It was cool.
And I'm sure if you go out there in June or July, it's probably banging.
Oh yeah. And that's what the guide told us. He's like, I feel bad when I've felt bad all week when people come out. Cause he's like, normally you come out here, you catch 40 or 50 of these 2 to 3 pounders. We take you over to the other side where you catch a couple of 10 to 20 pounders and everybody's happy and goes home.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that for us. And that's nobody's fault.
Nobody's fault. Well, whoever booked it, I blame that person.
Yeah, let's blame. Yep. Let's blame the person who booked it.
Yeah, I'll take the blame on that. It's fine.
but
we did it.
Bret and I each caught like 3 or 4 of them, and Gary didn't want to stoop down to our level, but basically the guide was throwing out fish pellets, and he had what he called a fly, which was a chunk of wine cork that wasn't tied or glued onto a hook. It was literally a tiny chunk of wine cork with a live bait hook stuck through it.
Yep.
And that's how we were able to catch barramundi.
They ate it.
And they didn't even really want it. They would come and look at it and go, that's a slightly different shade of brown, and I don't really want it.
Yeah, they were not too excited even about that.
And I don't know, I don't think Bret's has it, but the picture of my first barramundi, it's covered in fish pellets.
It's this
Like,
gooey fish pellets all over it. What a terrible picture, Dave.
Because I caught it while it was, he threw a handful out there and I threw my thing in there and he got it. And then he came through all those fish pellets. It's just got all these soggy fish pellets all over it.
It's okay. Your clown knife fish overshadows the sad barramundi.
You know what? Gary's right. Dave,
sad barramundi
fish does make up for pretty much everything, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
But I didn't hate the trip. I mean, it was fine.
No,
right? I mean,
no.
Yes, it was an expensive trip. Yes,
but we got to look at some cool fish in that super clear water.
Exactly.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it was gin clear, and the fry. We did see him bust up on some fry now and then.
Yeah.
And what they weren't really eating anything, but like every once in a while, one of them would get wild and go eat some of the little minnows.
Yeah.
The minnows they were eating make a mosquito fish look like a blue whale. I mean, they were half an inch long and a millimeter thick.
Yeah. Ooh.
But
catch one other.
Oh, that's right.
Big minnow
of my 12 species there.
Yeah.
Not my proudest catch, but it ate a fly. I caught a golden shiner. I've caught golden shiner. I've caught golden shiner before. This is a big golden shiner.
That was a hoss.
This thing was 10 inches.
Dinner sized.
It was if people ate golden shiners, this would have been an eater.
I've filleted fish that were less than half of the size of that golden shiner. Let's put it that way.
I was there when he did it once.
Those were even smaller. Bret caught his cool shiner. We did a bunch of attempted sight fishing because we could see the fish. There was a couple of peacocks there, small ones that made it through the freeze.
Nah, they've seen every lure.
Yeah, they wouldn't eat
every day. They're like, I'm not falling for no banana in the tailpipe.
Right, but then what did we do? We're almost 3.5 hours away from our hotel, but we are not 3.5 hours away from Alligator Alley. So we drove for about 2 hours.
Yep.
And then we looked at Gary and said, Gary, we were here the other day. We think there's spotted sunfish in this hole. We caught a couple before. You need to catch a spotted sunfish.
Sure.
And so we stopped on the Alligator Alley. I tried to sight fish for plecos, which was a miserable fail. Bret brought out his fly rod. Rather than throwing the Bobby Garlands, he just brought out his fly rod. Then he made me feel guilty for not fly fishing. So we fly fished. Gary, how many spotted sunfish did you catch?
All of them.
That's what I remember you saying.
And it was so great because we rolled into the same rest stop that we'd stopped in before.
Yeah.
And there was a blue pen in the parking lot that Dave had remembered. Like, this is where the spotted sunfish are. We walked right back to that same blue pen. It's like, Gary, fish here. And sure enough, every single cast. And I was doing fine just on a jig head. And Dave's like, change it up. Take one of these, what was it, a 32nd ounce jig head and a float. He's like, this is going to increase it 100%.
It did, didn't it?
It was like every other cast before, and then it was just every cast. Like, okay, now I'm cheating. This is like you gave me the Nintendo cheat code for spotted sunfish here,
or for any sunfish, but there was a spotted sunfish there
at that spot. Yeah, it was a ton.
Yeah,
and Dave, you caught 20 yourself, didn't you?
I mean, it felt like that many, but I did keep count, and it was 8.
Okay,
it was 8. Yeah,
I didn't keep count of mine. It had to be more than 8.
8, but I also caught in that same hole, the same spot. I also caught 3 warmouth and 3 Mayans.
And a few Mayans. I didn't catch.
And I had a great time, and it was all on. And I did it all on the fly, which is not any harder, but it was just kind of fun because anybody that knows me knows I'm.
Yeah.
The vast majority of my fishing has been fly fishing. So
actually, for me, it was much easier on a fly rod there.
Yeah,
because the distance was set.
Oh, the distance was kind of set. Yeah.
And I was throwing a tiny, you saw this, a tiny bend back.
Oh, yeah.
And that thing, I could slide it right through with lily pads, and it was so much fun.
So for me, I had the opposite problem because I recently started sinning on myself and doing almost nothing but spin fishing for the last year. But I used to fly fish so much, but I was telling Bret, I couldn't figure it out. I had the perfect length cast. I had the perfect length of line out for the canal. But I tend to be the guy that makes 3 max casts on the same spot, and I walked down 5 feet.
Yes.
And I was like, and it took me about a half an hour of this to figure out, why do I never have the right length of line out? And it was because the canal was not a fixed width. I would be getting to slightly skinnier parts and slightly wider parts. And on the skinnier parts, I'd be hanging lily pads. And on the wider parts, I wouldn't be making it up to the, the target zone.
Yeah, it was a cool way to finish the day. And I actually saw a bird I've probably seen before, but hadn't identified and said that is that before, which is nice.
Yeah.
It was a wood stork. There's a million down there. I know this, but I never actually said that's a wood stork before.
Right.
Thursday
was a good day.
Yeah, it was.
And then after all the driving and all the sunfish, all the panfish, all the exotic fish, we went and spent the most money on a dinner we spent, and it was well worth it. That place was amazing.
That was ceviche.
Yeah.
We went to another chain called Ceviche. Anybody from the Miami area would know it. It's got a weird spelling like CVI.CHE 105 or something. But it's a Peruvian place. And they don't just have one kind of ceviche. They have like 10 kinds of ceviche. And then they have all this other Peruvian food that I'm not familiar with. It was good.
It was very, very good. The ceviche was probably the best. Second best ceviche I've had in my life.
Yeah.
How's that?
I could go back and eat nothing but ceviche.
Oh, if I go back, I will eat nothing but ceviche.
Just order all the flavors, and then we're done.
Yeah, and the best I had, Dave, is cheating.
Yeah.
It was chopped up.
It was on the boat.
It was chopped up tuna on the boat about an hour after it was caught.
Yeah, that's probably pretty fresh.
That's kind of cheating, isn't it?
That's hard to beat.
And the location makes it way better. Anyway.
Yeah,
it could have been terrible, and I wouldn't know. I was on a boat.
All right, cool. Before we make you too jealous, let's move on to Gary's final drive.
Friday's a tough one to talk about, guys.
Oh,
I mean,
well, it's on us though.
You're right, Bret. We went for what was hard to get. We wanted to go and get the stuff that we hadn't caught yet.
We skipped the freshwater on 41.
That's true.
We went straight to the salt. And I caught a gar early in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was happy with that.
You caught a gar that place we stopped and the gar weren't happy?
Yes. I got a fat gar there. It was a nice one.
That was a nice gar. I'd got nothing there.
I got nothing after that.
Oof.
And then we moved on, and that's when you got your tarpon.
Not a decent tarpon. I got a way better tarpon than those tiny things we saw in that ditch.
Brett texted us a picture of a tarpon, but there's no picture of him in it or no date.
He got off the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took a picture off the internet and sent it to him.
Yeah, I did. It looked familiar.
I did catch I did catch a little 24-inch tarpon. That's not very big.
No.
But
it made us all a little jealous because Gary had his gar early-ish in the morning, like pretty early, and then Brett got that tarpon at 1 o'clock or something.
I jumped 2 more there as well.
Yeah, and
did you land anything at that spot, Dave?
He did later.
That was
on the way back.
Yes, we stopped by again. So after that spot, we went
all the way to Marco Island.
Marco Island, and just hitting bridges, looking for anything that was there. And we saw some cool areas of Florida that were very different from where we were before.
Hey, so we saw manatee mailboxes.
Right.
We did.
We got all the way to the manatee mailboxes.
How did we skip over this? So we skipped over the rolling tarpon pond.
Oh, the second stop at it?
Where we saw the manatees. We covered that. I don't remember at all.
We did once. But we stopped at it again.
Yeah.
On
the
that
way
same
back.
day.
That's right.
On the way back.
Yeah.
On the way back.
Okay. Yeah. So we all had what we call the fish sadness because we worked hard.
We worked
on
hard.
Friday.
But it was our fault. we went places that were way tougher. We were basically trying to hope that while we are here and the tide's where it is, there might be a jack or two running under that bridge over there.
Yeah. We weren't going for the easy stuff.
No, it's no chance. I mean, you got to be pure luck if there was one, right?
Yeah.
So it was hard work. We didn't get a lot of fish on Friday, but it ended up being a good day.
It was a good day.
It was a good
I finally caught a snook, which made me happy. It wasn't big, but it was a pound.
A little
or
snook.
a pound and a half.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like we all had a fish, right?
Yeah.
We had one fish.
We each caught one fish.
Dumb tarpon. Gary had a little snook, and you had a gar.
Yeah.
Which it's not a terrible day, but compared to the others, it was pretty bad.
Yeah,
when you're
catching 100 fish a day.
Right.
I will say on our way back, we stopped at the Gar Harassment 2026 hole.
Yes.
And you guys, if any of you out there don't believe in fish pressure,
Well, howdy.
we stopped on the way in the morning, and we thought it's a little early and the water's cold. And we stopped on the way out, and it was warm, and the water was warm, and the sun was up. And those fish, I think we had hooked all of them in the previous 2 drives.
When I stepped up on the ledge where I could see the water, I saw gar just sink slowly down.
Yep, exactly. They were not happy to see us.
They're like,
at the beginning of the trip, they would come to you. Towards the end of the trip, they were moving away.
Yeah, they were not happy. Oh,
that's true. The first day we fished for the gar, they were extremely aggressive, and a gar is not an aggressive fish, despite what your some of our more red-necked fellows of the angling trade that only like to fish for bass. Oh, there's a gar, and they'll bite your stuff, and they pretty much are non-aggressive. If you get the lure, the bait, or the fly right where it needs to be, they'll bite it.
Yeah, but they are not.
But they were turning on the first day. They were turning upside down to come back to our lures.
I did see your fish do that once. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen a gar do.
They were racing across. And this is, we're only talking about 5 feet wide, 7 feet wide. Right. But you'd throw a fly, jig, whatever, and they would race across the creek to hit it. Super aggressive.
It was cool.
And then by late Friday, they acted like bass after a deep, deep, deep cold front.
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah, it was really tough. But we Gary got one that morning, and then we had dinner somewhere Friday night.
Oh yeah. Well, we had to go back to our old haunt.
It was Tap 42. Different location though.
Yeah, and a different vibe.
Oh, it was way different over there, wasn't it?
Well, we finally went to the one that was actually kind of close to our hotel.
Yeah. And that was the best call because we were beat. We had the fifth sadness.
Yeah.
And Dave, you said, let's get the one that's close to our hotel. And it was a little bit longer drive to get there in the first place.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, when we were done eating and we were exhausted, we're just 10, 15 minutes from the hotel.
It was nice. It was nice. Yep. It was nice. And then we crashed out and... Dave, did you fish? You did not fish on Saturday at all, did you? Okay.
I slept into the last possible minute.
Oh, was it
I
awesome?
had hotel breakfast, and I checked out at the last possible minute.
That's pretty awesome.
And it's only because, these guys had a normal sort of flight at 10:30 or so in the morning, right? 10:30? Something like that.
I forgot.
Around there.
Like Maybe it was
Mine was at 3:45 in the afternoon, and it was, I could have had an early one, but it would have been just as much travel time, so I'd prefer to fly nonstop. But I realized at some point that I was going to be sitting in the airport for over 4 hours, and so I looked at these guys on Friday and said, you guys take an Uber to the airport, I'll take the truck and go fishing tomorrow. But by the time we got to dinner Friday night, I knew I didn't have it in me.
Yeah, that's a full week of that, and like I said, we went hard, so it makes sense,
Especially after I saw how skittish the gar was. Because originally my plan for doing that was to haul out to the gar hole, catch a couple of gar, and then haul back to the airport and get on a plane.
Yeah, that would have been a crazy, crazy day.
The craziest thing is what I would have thought that a week of fishing in Florida would have satisfied me. All it did is make it worse.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go back.
So Dave said he's not quite as ready as he was the first time.
Yeah.
However, Dave, you caught a clown knightfish. Shut up.
I've caught Florida.
And he's going back.
I'm going
fairly
back.
soon.
Well, I'm going to be in a completely different part of Florida. And
me too. I mean, I'm
very
the
little
same
fishing.
part. I'll be in the same part, but minimal fishing for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be there again, so it's not quite as, Florida's a cool place. There's a lot of crazy fish down there, and
yep. It's not like I don't want to go back. The difference was last year when I went with Bret, it was my first time, and we had a lot of travel problems. And I was supposed to fish 4 days, but I only got 3. And the first day I was so tired that I did enjoy it, but not as much as if I'd had some rest. So on the plane home, I was already trying to think, when can I get back? On this trip, I was so tired that I have not yet got into the mental mindset of when am I going back. It'll come.
It will. We will do some more group trips just because they make for some good entertainment and some good discussion. We've finished up the carp ladder, haven't we?
That's right.
By the time
we've climbed all the way to the top of the step stool.
We have not. By the time this is published, the carp ladder will officially be over. I had fun. I'm pretty sure Dave had fun. Did you?
I did.
All right. I'll get to you in a minute, Gary. Here's the rundown of the ladder. The furthest run completed was 18, which was Cheerios.
Ah.
On the path to that, sweet corn and dough ball had 4 carp. Bread and chickpea had 3. Hominy had 2. And from there on, we're looking at a single carp per rung. These included cheese, French fry, corn nut, raisin, cherry tomato, red Twizzlers, potato hot dog, Swedish fish, pineapple dog food, black Twizzlers, and the aforementioned Cheerios. That's an insane list of baits to catch fish on.
It really is.
It is.
Just pure insanity. Along the way, several other species were caught. Some smallmouth buffalo, no surprise, bluegill, channel catfish, black bullhead catfish,
a few bullheads,
blue catfish, and some long-ear sunfish. But let's talk about the winner. It was me.
It's rigged, I tell you.
But as staff, I can't win. So I suppose it was this guy on the ladder named Gary H. To the leaderboard. But along the way, Gary joined the staff. So I don't know what any of this means at this point. But it was all for fun anyway. Gary, was it fun?
It was absolutely fun. It got me back into fishing. It got me back into multi-species fishing.
Oh.
I had not been a carp fisherman before, and now I'm hooked. Literally.
They're fun fish. They're fun fish. They will. And you caught a buffalo in the process, a new species.
I did. First buffalo. Absolutely.
You know, it was. I kind of like buffalo, maybe more than carp. They get a lot bigger.
They're fun. Yeah,
and their weird eyes are cool to look at.
They are.
And boy, they got that purty mouth.
They got a weird mouth on them, that's for sure.
I think I just broke Gary.
You might have.
I've got buffalo so big that their slime coat, if you look closely, has things swimming in it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Is that disgusting?
I've never seen that. That's weird.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, that's weird.
Next time you get one over about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
That's from warm water.
Yeah, yeah.
Good lick.
Have a oh, get a straw and have a look in there. And there are things wiggling through it.
Wow.
It's wild.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Well, Gary, as the official winner of the carp ladder, I believe you win prize singular, and then you become immediately disqualified.
So, exactly. Fair enough.
So, fair enough.
pass those winnings on to the next contest.
The next contest, which will happen. We will discuss.
It'll happen someday.
Yes, we will discuss that later. But it is in the works, I promise. One final bit of official podcast business before we get out of here. Starting in April, and that is next month, we are starting the Fish of the States
or
segment.
The States of the Fish.
The States of the Fish. Weird. Alabama is up first, which means we're going alphabetical. Some records, some of the state fish, some fish endemic only to that state. If you're from Alabama, send in some stories from your state, and we will try to get them read on the pod. And any photos sent out will make our Instagram.
You know, I was thinking about this today.
Okay.
And
you're trying to get to Alabama and fish before next month.
Oh, that was part of it, because I thought we were going to do Alabama today, and then Bret said we're going to do it next month. I was like, I got 2 more weeks. Well, I got 4 weeks, but I got a little problem in between. And I was thinking about it.
Wait, back up. A little problem. What's that?
I got a little international trip I got to take between now and then.
Oh, you're going overseas. That's right.
I'm going overseas, non-fishing.
Plus, you have a house guest next weekend.
That's true.
Wait, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And I was thinking about the music, the songs that mention the states. You know, the first thing that came to mind was Alabama Neil Young, which wouldn't be most people's.
The first thing that came to mind.
That was the first thing that came to mind.
Really?
But the second thing that came to mind was Alabama, Sweet Home.
Yes.
And I thought of at least 1 or 2 other songs. So we might
dig into some music in the process.
Maybe. I don't think this is a fishing and not a music podcast, but
right. However, we've mentioned on our interviews of people.
Yeah.
Back when Justin was with us, we would mention that our second passion in life for him and I, and for most of us, is music anyway.
That's true.
So if it comes in, it does.
That's true.
But if you do it once, Dave, you got to do it for all of them.
Well, and I just don't know how much music anybody's going to be familiar with that centers around
Connecticut,
North Dakota,
Delaware. The Dakota is what I was about to pull out. One of the Dakotas. I wasn't sure whether to go south or north. There's a million songs about California.
There's a million songs about California. There's a lot of songs about Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you get to how many New Hampshire songs are there, Dave?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
I'm
sure they exist.
I'm sure they exist. You're right. Even if Virginia's got set, West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
Yeah. That's all I had.
All right. Let's take me home, country road.
You bet. So, guys, anything else?
I got nothing.
That was your cue right there.
I know. I don't either. So let's get out of here. We are on the web at ifitswims.com and on Instagram at _ifitswims_podcast. I'll get used to that eventually.
Yeah.
Where you will find daily pics from the staff's fishing adventures, including photos from the most recent Everglades trip. Go check out some wacky species. More links to find us are available in the show notes, along with links to items covered this month. Our music was written for us by Dallas artist Jeff Hewitt. Join us again next month. Spread the word. And as always, we will see you out there. See ya.
Later, guys.
До свидания.